this video, let's review using positive language in customer service. Regardless of what business you work in, you might work for an airline, or it's possible that you work in a hotel, or you might work in a restaurant, a bakery, a grocery store, or a coffee shop. All of these businesses have something in common, which is they require some sort of customer service. What is customer service, you might ask? Well, customer service is the support a company gives to its customers before, during, and after they buy a product or service. Let's do a warm-up exercise here. Positive language and customer service. What do these people have in common? Take a look at this picture. And then take a look at this picture. What do these people have in common? Because they have the same thing in common as the first picture. In this picture, the people have the same thing in common. What is it? Well, if I take away that thing that all three pictures had in common, and then we have this picture, these people have something in common. Can you see it? Yes. The thing that they have in common is they're not smiling. So the first rule of customer service is to smile. That is the first thing that we need to communicate. What do we communicate when we smile? Well, when we smile, we communicate friendliness, that we're friendly. We also communicate that we are welcoming, that we welcome you. We also communicate kindness, that we are kind, or we want to communicate that we're kind. Even if you're having a challenging day, smile anyway. And why? It's because your brain does not know the difference when you smile. So smile even if you are talking on the phone. Some people could hear emotions in the way that you speak. Smiling will help you to stay positive even when working with an upset client, customer, or guest. So if you are upset or if you are unhappy, just smile. Fake it until you make it. And what does that mean? It means if you believe it, then you can become it. That's what it means. So here are some other rules for body language when it comes to positive customer service, positive language in customer service. At all times, turn and focus on your client, customer, or guest. Make eye contact based on local cultural norms. And don't cross your arms. Crossing your arms can communicate that you're cold, maybe, but also I'm bored and maybe I'm defensive. So, approach your guests or customers with a smile and open arms to say, I'm happy to help you and I'm having fun. Also, take a look at the left and the right. I would rather be helped by the person on the right. Smiling is very important. Rule number 2 is use only positive language. Many people don't want to be stopped. They don't want any obstacles, right? It's negative when we hear stop or don't or you can't. Negative words can feel empty and unfriendly. And in the brain, negative words can trigger or cause people to become upset or angry. So we as human beings like access. We like a go sign. We want freedom. We want a path that is clear and open to us. And perhaps we like options as well. So we don't want to hear no, and we don't want to hear negative words. Let's take a look at a scenario. I call this scenario the cola request. Person is asking for a cola. A soda is a class of drinks that are sweet and bubbly, and a cola is a type of soda. It's usually dark in color. So a negative response would be, we don't have any cola, or we're out of cola. So the negative words are don't and out of. We could put a positive twist on this and say, I would love to get you that cola for you, but we're temporarily out of stock. So we say the word love, which is positive. Also, we might say, that seems to be a very popular drink today. I will have to order more. Can I get you something else? So we kind of twist it around a little bit. Say it's very popular. So we could offer an option. Can I offer you a lemon soda instead? It's very refreshing. So we have positive words here. Offer and refreshing. Here's scenario 2. Scenario 2 I'll call fresh air. Fresh air. So as a negative or a direct way to say something, you can't smoke, people don't want to hear that if the person is a smoker, because negative words can trigger or cause people to become angry. So if we're direct with them, a negative reaction might be, how dare you say I can't smoke here? Or perhaps another negative reaction would be, get me your supervisor immediately. So in order to diffuse a situation, put a positive twist on it, please help us keep the air clean inside of the restaurant. Or there's a beautiful and spacious smoking section outside. So we're giving options. Scenario 3, let's take a look at scenario 3 here. Scenario 3 is entitled, I have a question. And in this question, let's say the customer service does not know the answer. So a negative would be, I don't know, or I don't have an answer to your question. So the negative would be, don't. However, let's put a positive twist on it. Hey, that's a great question. Let me find the answer for you. So we put a positive twist on it. In scenario 4, we're going to call stinky attitude. Someone's feet up on somebody else's seat. So a negative would be, indirect, put your feet down, or feet on seats is a violation. Or we could put a positive twist on it, where instead we say, hey, for everyone's safety and comfort, let's keep our feet on the floor. So we state what can be done. Or add a little humor to it. Sorry, our seats are not designed for shoe modeling. Let's do some final exercises. So this first exercise is based on changing our mindset as we change our language. So we're going to focus on something we can't do by communicating with a group or a partner, something we can't do, but then we change it to what we can do. So a negative, I can't play the piano, but I can sing. So we're changing a negative to a positive. Another negative, I can't run, but I can swim. So we're working on changing our mindset here. So exercise 1 is actually name something that you can't do in a group or with a partner, and then name something that you can do to provide a positive. So again, a model for this is I can't, or I don't know how to, let's say sew, but I do know how to edit videos, but I can edit videos. So we say something we can't do, and then we say something we can do. In exercise 2, we're going to use the modal could. Could can be used for suggestions and polite and indirect requests. So a direct request would be, try your password again, not using please or thank you. And an indirect request using could is, could you please try your password again? Thank you. So with the exercise 2, you could stop the video in order to accommodate the time. Add could to the request. So we have a list of requests here. So for instance, number 1 would be fasten your seatbelt. You could change this to, could you fasten your seatbelt, please? Thank you. So we're going to add could to the request. You could stop the video. And in review of using positive language in customer service is the support a company gives to its customers before, during, and after they buy a product or a service. Remember to smile. Smile communicates a lot. And also changing negative to positive. So for instance, we could say don't run, or we could say please walk. Or we could focus on the negative, don't talk or be quiet, or we could focus on the positive. We could look at the negative or change it to the positive, I don't like, but I like, as a final exercise. If you'd like to discuss what you don't like, but then what you do like, to practice changing the negative to a positive. And here is a final resource on the modal could. And then finally, focus on what people can do and not what people can't do. Thank you for your time.